And welcome everyone to episode 64 of Lyndhurst Community News. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, a date which for so many of us will live in infamy. Now, for those of us who are old enough to remember that fateful day, you know, it's incredible to think that it's been 23 years. 23 years since thousands of Americans and hundreds of first responders lost their lives that day. And like each year, we honor those who lost their lives. And may their memories never be forgotten. And may such a tragedy such as this never happen again. Now, today, the township held its annual 9/11 memorial ceremonies at the Town Hall Park by the official 9/11 Memorial, which is located next to the First Aid Squad on Delafield Avenue. Members of the police, fire, and EMT were on hand, along with township employees, the mayor, and commissioners, and a wonderful performance by our spectacular Lyndhurst High School choir and chorale. I would have been able to record it and share it with you. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there this morning. Now, 4 Lyndhurst residents lost their lives that day, and they are Kenneth Gruzales, Craig Lalore, Myung Lee, and Gino Calvi. Their names are etched on the monument in the park, and their memories will never be forgotten. And you know what's amazing is that the weather, those of you who are old enough can remember, the weather today, this beautiful, peaceful, clear blue sky, was exactly what we awoke to that September 11th back in 2001. An eerily beautiful day, and who knew the nightmare that would fall within a few hours. So again, our hearts, our prayers to all the families of the victims, and our memories and our hearts go with the victims, hoping that they are all doing much better where they are now than where they came from. God bless them all. Well, all righty, moving on. Don't forget, if you have any news from your organization, your church, school, your sport, as well as any birthdays or anniversaries of note, please send them to LyndhurstCommunityNews@gmail.com. And that, along with any other contact information mentioned on this show, is always located in the description box on YouTube below the video. This way you don't have to worry about running and getting a pad and pencil if I mention a phone number or an email address or a date. So just keep an eye out for those things. You know, I still find I run into people around town when I mention I do this, and they're like, oh, I didn't even know that. So if you have friends and family in town, make sure you share this with them. The more people who hear it, the better, because especially when there are important messages or important bulletins to get out to the public, this is a great opportunity for people to do so, because, as I said, the reason I had begun this originally is because we don't have any local newspaper anymore. There's nothing left of the Bergenite. It only reprints stories from the local section, and there's no reporters who cover anything going on locally anymore as they used to. We used to have the Commercial Leader and the Bergenite. We still have the Kearney Observer, but they're predominantly Kearney. Well, they do cover some things in Lyndhurst, and they're a great paper, by the way. One of the last, and I'm very glad they've been able to last this long. So, okay, moving on. We got a lot to go through today, folks, but this week in sports, the Golden Bears, let's start off with this. All right, so the Bears had an amazing first win of the season this past weekend at Lodi. They played Lodi, and they beat Lodi 50-0. Can you imagine that? Now, 2 of those touchdowns were rushed by senior Roddy Marino, number 8, thanks to his, as always, lightning speed. Way to go, Roddy, and way to go, everybody. Great game, great team. Now, by the way, as if 50-0 isn't incredible enough, this win also, coincidentally, or maybe perhaps not so coincidentally, this win was Coach Richie Tuero's 50th career win. Now, what are the chances of that? A 50-0 blowout on his 50th career win. That's just amazing. So congratulations, Coach Richie Tuero. You and all of your assistant coaches, you do such an amazing job with the players, and we are very proud to call you one of our own. Now, this Friday, the Bears will be home at 6:30 against Elmwood Park. But also, this game will feature the Bears' annual first responder and military ceremony, honoring all first responders and military. The opening ceremony begins at 6:15, and it is open to all first responders and military people, past and present. If you are either, and if you'd like to participate in the ceremony, please meet at the Fern Avenue end zone. That's right in front of the field house at 6:10 p.m. Members of our Veterans Alliance will be there, their colors shining forth. And don't forget, if you can't make the games in person, you can stream them on nj.com/watch. But I've got something even better for you folks. You can view Joe Merg's live stream, which I prefer, because not only does he know the whole team, but he gives unbelievably wonderful commentary throughout, so you always know what's going on. And you can find his stream on the Bears Facebook page during the games or on his personal page. You can look him up at Joe Merg, that's M-U-R-G, followed by Roman numeral 2, Joe Merg 2. All right, and finishing out the week for sports, girls soccer began this season with a 5-0 win over Woodridge. That was last week, and this week they went on to beat Rutherford 1-0. Good going, girls. And girls volleyball defeats Woodridge in 2 games, with game 1 beating Woodridge 25-7, and in game 2 beating them 25-8. And yesterday the girls volleyball went on to win over North Arlington. Game 1 they won 25-11, and game 2 they won 25-12. So good going, girls. We're off to a great start this year for all the Golden Bears. We wish them all the best. We've got lots going on, and every week we'll be sure to let you know all the good news that's happening in the sports around the township right here. All right, now in other news, if you have old papers or financial documents or anything, bank statements, whatever it may be, that you'd like to get rid of and have them shredded, well, the Township of Lyndhurst, the Department of Public Works, is having a paper shredding on September 14th, so that's this Saturday. It's from 9 to 1 p.m., rain or shine, and that's going to be right at the Department of Public Works yard at 265 Chase Avenue. So get together all of your bills, all of your statements, and everything that you didn't want to throw away for fear of somebody getting your personal information. Bring it there. It will be shredded into oblivion. So that's this Saturday, 9 to 1 at the DPW. All right, and next up, Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church right here in Lyndhurst is proud to announce the premiere of its monthly faith-based family movie night entitled Saturday Night at the Movies, Real Love. That's R-E-E-L. This will be held at its parish hall at 146 Copeland Avenue on Saturday, September 21st at 5:30 p.m. The premiere movie will be a 2011 film called Courageous, starring Alex Kendrick as a deputy sheriff who endures a terrible personal tragedy that causes him to question what is really important to him. Taking comfort in his faith, he vows to become a better parent and a better Christian. Now, Pastor Father Ernie Rush will moderate a lively Q&A discussion after the film. Pizza and delicious homemade meatball sandwiches and beverages will be available for purchase. There will also be free popcorn and free admission, and everyone is welcome. This will be a great monthly series to help everyone strengthen their faith, and Father Ernie hopes to see you all there. Okay, and we've got 2 events coming up at the American Legion Post 139. We're resuming our monthly scholarship breakfasts, and that will be on the 22nd. The 22nd, I believe. Let me check that. Yes, the 22nd of September from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That'll be downstairs in the basement. Walk in through the side door on Webster Avenue for $10. You not only help support the scholarships that the Legion gives out each year to Lyndhurst students, but you could also enjoy pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, hash browns, as well as Taylor ham, toast, coffee, tea, orange juice, and water. Of course, water. So again, you'll be doing a great deal. You can eat in or you can take out. So either way, come on down. You can't get breakfast for $10 anywhere anymore. So please help support all of the wonderful scholarships that the Legion gives out each year. And also, the annual Kenny's Clam Lovers Barbecue will be this coming October 5th, Saturday. And by the way, folks, every year, the Clam Barbecue at the Legion is always the first Saturday. That's how you could remember it. Tickets are $40, and it's from 1 to 5 p.m., and we will have, as usual, thousands of clams, both steamed as well as on the half shell. But for those of you who don't like clams, don't worry. We've got you covered. We've got burgers, hot dogs, sausages, salads, desserts, you name it. Drinks, of course, are extra, but of course the drinks are reasonably priced. And again, that's $40, checks made payable to the American Legion Post 139. You can pay when you come, by the way. You don't have to reserve this ahead of time. Just come, or you can pay in cash. And we look forward to seeing you there. Again, that's going to be October 5th, Saturday, 1 to 5 p.m. at the American Legion. And the fall 2024 swim lessons at the community pool will be given on Saturday and Sunday mornings from September 21st through November 10th. Now, please note there will be no classes on October 26th, October 27th, as well as November 2nd. 3 session times are available. Saturdays will be 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m., and Sundays at 10 a.m. Once chosen, you cannot change or switch, so make note of that. The 6-week classes cost $140. If you are interested, you can pick up an application at the Parks Department at 250 Cleveland Avenue. You could also download a copy from the township's website, www.lyndhurstnj.org. Now, space is very limited, and registrants are taken on a first-come, first-served basis. Registrations will not be accepted at the pool facility nor by mail. So please call the Parks Department at 201-804-2482 if you can't make it within the hours of 8 to 4:30 to register, and they'll help you out there. All right. You know, I still can't believe that this weekend we will be halfway through September already, and then we'll be into October. I don't know where time goes, but it's just flying by faster than anybody could imagine. And it seems that everybody seems to agree about this, and I don't know why, but it is amazing. So that's why it's important that we live and cherish each day of our lives, cherish our families, cherish our friends, give thanks for what we have, giving thanks especially not only for our family and friends, but for our health. Appreciation is one of the greatest emotions we could have, folks. It's a high vibrational emotion. So I encourage everybody to find that for which you are appreciative each and every day. Focus upon that appreciation. And I find that when that for which you give appreciation, you get more of it. So anyway, folks, that's about it for this week. Remember, our volunteer fire department always wants to remind you to check the batteries on your smoke detectors as well as your carbon monoxide detectors, because they save lives. And don't forget, we do have a volunteer fire department, and we still have a lot of volunteer first aid squad members as well, and we always want to thank them for serving the community and risking their lives while doing so. So that's about it, folks. Remember that a community is not your roads, it's not your houses or your buildings. It is the people. Lyndhurst is a great town with wonderful people. Get to know your neighbors if you're new to town. Help out everybody. Get to know if you have elderly neighbors. Check on them. See if they need something from the store. We're all going to be there one day, folks. And when we all take care of each other now, then the universe rewards us by being sure that we are cared for as well. Remember, what you put out is what you get back, folks. So until next week, this is Brian Haggerty saying God bless you and God bless the Township of Lyndhurst.